stand by for 1 second because I'm just getting this in. Reed and Boehner are speaking at the White House. I'm going to go to them, then we'll come back. Stand by.
He suggested
just
he
came
would
out of
veto that bill. Our goal is to reduce spending in order to lead to a better environment for job creation in America. And I do believe that it's important that we take this moment and get the largest spending cuts possible that will help our economy and help job creators back to creating jobs.
Well, we'll see you back here at 7 o'clock. The negotiators are going to start again at 3 o'clock today to see if they can work through the issues. We had a frank discussion. We had the necessary parties there to move toward a finish line. I'm disappointed we haven't been able to get something done to this point. But I am pleased that we're still working on getting there. In a matter of a little more than 24 hours, unless we work something out, the government will shut down. Essential service to the government will shut down. Security operations of this country and on with the things that will really be detrimental, including, as we've learned from an economic report this morning, just a shutdown of no matter how long it is will be 0.02% drop in our domestic product. So we're going to continue to work to get this done. It's not easy to do, but it's doable. And as I said, we don't have a lot of time to do that. We're going to get back here at 7 o'clock, and we hope that that time when we come out, we'll have something done. If not, we'll, of course, have to look forward to the bad day tomorrow, which is government shutdown.
So you're coming back at 7 o'clock tonight for a meeting, is that right?
Well, there you have it. They have not reached a deal. There's no deal. The House passed a measure, a one-week continuing resolution, and we're told by our Capitol Hill producer that the bill would run the government for a week, cut $12 billion, fund the military for the entire fiscal year, and on it goes. The vote was 247 to 181, but that's not good enough. It's not good enough in this country to have one House of Congress pass it. And you heard Senator Reed, there's not a deal. There's no deal as far as the White House is concerned, and now we are facing a possible government shutdown as early as Saturday. They're going to meet again today at 7, so we'll wait for that update on tonight's Fox Report. In the meantime, let's get back to my power panel, because let's just pick up with that, because now that's the breaking news. Sure. And they're at impasse. They can't even get a one deal. Let me just ask you this. Forget what, because, you know, everyone here has partisan stripes, right. But everyone's reasonable. You're not right. Blind ideologues. Right. Isn't this embarrassing?
Yes,
yeah. For both,
absolutely.
For both parties.
Both sides.
Yeah.
For everybody. If the government shuts down, both parties will be very embarrassed.
Well,
and they should be, yeah.
And the voters are going to be mad.
We're talking about,
voters are going to be mad.
We're talking about, we have a $1.5 trillion deficit, and we're talking about $10 billion difference between the two.
Right.
I mean, we got to move on and look at the bigger picture. I think that's what Americans want both sides to do.
They're just looking, they're really.
Your job.
Yeah,
do your job. You wanted to run for this,
exactly.
for this role. Yeah. Do your job. Get in there and hammer out something.
Yeah,
everyone's going to be displeased.
Negotiate, get it done.
Throw this in. If you had more women in Congress, you wouldn't have this situation.
Really?
Absolutely.
You're blaming the guys.
Yes, I am. Because when you look at things that finally get passed, very often it's a woman that jumps over the aisle.
There's actually a lot of
research
that shows that women approach decision making a different way. They're more consensus builders. We're not saying we have to kick all the guys out, but if we had more of a balance, we would.
I don't want to
think Pelosi would be in there.
I don't want to
if she were in charge.
Well, look, she did get a lot done. She did pass Obama's agenda, like it or not. She was very, very effective.
Can I hug Andrea?
I hate it when you do that.
But the women members that I worked for were very efficient. It was not politics. It was let's get this done. Let's come to an agreement.
And if I say research shows
that
women are far more effective legislators. They work harder. They get more work done, and they're more willing to cross over the aisle of both stripes.
Just look at
now. Cue all the emails from the angry guys out there who are like, "Did you get a guy on the power panel? Sick of all the ladies and all the estrogen." All right, let's move on, because I wanted to talk about this. This is unfortunate, I think. I watched the NCAA championships, and LeAnn Rimes came out there and sang the national anthem like nobody's business. It was beautiful. I mean, you know, viewers get upset when they deviate, put their own spin on it. No, she was dead on. It was great. But what's become the story is how she looked, because she did look, and this is my own judgment, dangerously thin, especially when you compare the body shots. Here she is on the right when she sang. And can we drop the, yeah, exactly, because it's the knees. If you can see how you know, just bone thin her legs are now. And now there are real concerns about whether she is one of the many Hollywood actresses or singers to spiral into eating disorder territory.
And she's getting married. She's getting ready for a wedding. But this is much worse than the pre-wedding slim down. And, you know, the gossip magazines, and this isn't gospel, but they're saying that, you know, her husband, very good looking, she was the other woman who he left his first wife for, who was beautiful, drop-dead gorgeous, blonde, and very thin, that she's trying to be like Brandy.
Well, what there's no
Brandy,
question,
what
there's no
Lando.
First, Crystal.
about-
You first, Crystal, and go.
What there's no question about is she's obviously under a lot of public pressure. She says she's healthy. Let's hope she is. She doesn't look healthy. But also keep in mind, this is someone who's been in the public eye since she was 13 years old. With all the pressure that's on just normal women to look a certain way, I can't even imagine.
She just recently got breast implants, and now
Can
this.
we not have topics like this on Power Panel? I hate to say it. I
Is
love
it
you
degrading?
pieces. It's degrading. If she was a guy, no one would care. Now, also, if she was a guy, she wouldn't be under this kind of pressure that leads to eating disorders. But this just fuels this kind of thing.
But don't you think, but the reason I wanted to talk about it is because I don't want little girls out there to feel the way she feels. I'd like other young women to know
here's the
you
problem.
don't have to look like
I
that.
agree.
That is not the standard of
We
living.
have to be able to talk
but
about
you know
it.
what? I watched those playoffs last night. It was a fabulous game. Notre Dame and who was the other one that played Notre Dame? Fabulous game. And here's these healthy, robust young women on the basketball court. The MVP was a woman, really, really powerful. That's the great role model. But let's not feature stuff like this, because I think it exacerbates.
You know,
I just think it
disagree.
provides a point
I
of
agree.
discussion.
We have to be
Call it
able
out.
to talk about it. We have to talk about it.
And I think little girls need to hear women
This
like you
isn't
say,
desirable.
this isn't
It's not
healthy.
healthy,
It's
it's
not
not good.
necessarily attractive. With all due respect to her, because we're rooting for her.
That's right.
But you know, you get involved in this sort of body dysmorphic thing where you believe that is the